Good morning everybody. We're here today on the outskirts of the village of Framfield today to see this absolutely stunning 4-bedroom detached converted barn today. So I just thought I'd sort of wander you around today and get you a bit of a feel for the property inside and outside. So we are on the outskirts of Framfield, as I say. We are on just off Brookhouse Lane, and I will just show you Brookhouse Lane and where this property essentially kind of joins Brookhouse Lane. So at the very end of this driveway, which my clients actually own, and the neighbouring property, which I'll show you a glimpse of in a second, is actually has a right of access over this driveway. So you could probably just have seen a car in the background there. That is Brookhouse Lane. So this property, old Brookhouse barn, is quite some way off Brookhouse Lane, so very quiet in its location, but yet quite close to Framfield. So Framfield is actually only a 10-minute walk up the road from Brookhouse Lane, from this property, so it is walkable to the village itself and its amenities. So although you are in a sort of rural spot here, you're not away from the amenities. So that is the neighbouring property down there, and like I said, they have right of access over this property. Apologies, they have a digger going on at the moment with that property, so there's a little bit of background noise. So this is the driveway for the property. That is an automated gate, which is remotely controlled with a bleeper, and then this is the barn itself, and then there's a garden room which has been added by my clients as well. Huge amounts of parking here. I mean, there was absolutely no problem with parking whatsoever, and a very intricate drainage system that my clients have put in as well, which means surface water runs very neatly away. So that is an outbuilding which we'll go and see in a minute. So I will just quickly pan around. So there are 8 acres of land with this property, and it spans all the way along there and then up the hill there, which we'll go and see a little bit more detail in a minute. So I thought I'd start with the house first and then wander you around the grounds as well, so you can get a bit of a feel for that. So we come round the corner here, we've got a lovely outside terrace there, and actually a very nice pond here as well, which is teeming with fish and wildlife. Very attractive indeed. And then this is once used to be the dairy barn there, and then this was the agricultural barn to the old house, which is, you can probably just see its roof line there, which is there. So great history. It was converted in the 2000s, early 2000, my client believes, and my client has been here for 20 years. So yeah, it's been a very happy home for them indeed. So I will walk you. So this is basically a little bit of an entrance sort of hallway in through here. You've got obviously coats and shoes there, little downstairs toilets in through there, and then in through into the main kitchen. She's a really good size actually. You've got some wonderful head height here, and then it's a very functional kitchen, loads of storage, lovely ceramic butler sink there. You've got space for a dishwasher there. You've got wall and base units all across here. Lovely range master cooker, which may or may not stay. Lots more storage, and then an Arga there as well. And then 2 lovely windows which overlook the garden. So very peaceful, tranquil location. You can just about see the birds on the tree there. Teeming with wildlife around here. That window does wonders, as well as those 2 windows, to let a lovely amount of natural daylight into this space. So wander around into here. So this is a door that separates this area. So you have a utility space in this area here, which is actually, my client's got a dryer there, an under-counter fridge and a washing machine there, as well as a sink there, storage up along there, and then you just about see got some natural daylight flooding in through that window, that skylight window up there. And then this is the extension which my clients have put on, which is the wonderful garden room. So there is a door here which is an external door which leads to that sort of front driveway there out to the front. So you could use this as your front door if you so wish, rather than the door that I came in. And then this wonderful room, absolutely stunning. Incredible beams, incredible head height. My clients have actually installed a very clever little area up there, which is just great for storage up in that space there. And then loads of windows, as you see, and then a great door which opens out onto your own land. So that is all your own land that you see out there. So very, very private indeed. And the way this property is positioned with the neighbouring property behind you, really don't see them at all. So visually it's very, very tucked away, very private and very secluded. So this room is very, very versatile. My clients have had this sort of used in very many different ways throughout the years. They've had this built. Great as a games room, great as a secondary living room, great as a bit of a sort of teenage den hangout. Could be a formal dining room if you so wished as well. Very, very versatile. And you have this wonderful wood burning stove there, which kicks out a huge amount of heat into this space. So lovely, light, modern and attractive space. And wander back through the utility room, and then through this door, up these stairs, takes you into really the main wow room. Absolutely sensational. So flooded with natural daylight, great day to see it. So that is the pond that I showed you, and then you have another double doors which leads you out to the driveway again there. And again, as I said before, that is all your land, including up the top there as well. And then great dining area here. My clients have had many a Christmas spent in here, and a full height ceiling for their Christmas tree as well. So we'll go up to the gallery landing in a second, but just to point out, this is really the main sort of living area here, which is absolutely enormous. You can see my clients have got a very large corner sofa there, and that is a wood burning stove that actually heats the radiators in this section of the house as well. There is also underfloor heating in this section and around other parts of the house as well. So up the stairs here takes you to a wonderful galleried landing. You have windows there that obviously, as you can clearly see, let a huge amount of natural light in through this area. So very versatile, this space. My clients use it as you can see, a sort of study, a snug area. Could be another bedroom if you wanted to potentially put up a stud partition wall, enclose it off a little bit more. There are ways and means of doing that. So you could compartmentalise this area here and create a separate room if you so wished. But I think it works very well as it currently is open. And then through into the main master bedroom, which is a stunning room, as you can see. Great head height. Just to orientate you back, that is the pond, garden there. And then there is a walk-in sort of wardrobe in there, which is a really good size, and then through into an excellent ensuite. So you have shower, wash hand basin, toilet, heated towel rail, and then this incredible standalone roll top bath there as well. Great head height on here as well. You got that skylight there, letting natural daylight into that ensuite. But yeah, a really stunning master bedroom, very fitting with this incredible building. And then that beam there as well. And just to give you a bit of a, so that is the main sort of living dining area down there. So it is open, but as I said, you could do something a bit more to enclose it if you so wished. So back down the stairs. So really this section is the living room, dining room, and then main master bedroom, and then through into this area leads you into the other bedroom. So an exterior door, external door should I say, onto the garden there, the ponds and the rear terrace. This is all storage, great storage provision there. And again there, that is actually the boiler in through there as well. Underfloor heating down here. And then you've got the radiators there. There's actually run from the wood burning stove. So you can choose to have the heated towel, the underfloor heating, off and then heated by the wood burning stove, or vice versa, depending on your preference. So great size double bedroom in through here. Fantastic beams throughout this section of the house as well. And then a very practical and modern ensuite bathroom, so toilet, hand basin, bath as well. And you've got the sort of height up there with the spotlights. So a very modern section to this house as well. So again, storage galore down there and down there as well. You have your main, probably family sort of shower room, as it were. So shower, toilet tucked behind here, and then wash hand basin, and then just a glimpse out there. That's your wonderful view overlooking that pond there. Then through into another bedroom. So you have a stable door in here, an external door out to the garden, so you can come and go. Great for potentially teenagers or older children who want to have their own independence, can come and go without disturbing the main household. And then this is the main bedroom. It has a door in here. It used to be two separate bedrooms. My client has made it into one bedroom, and that's why hence you've got two doors there. So it could be separated again if you so wish to make another bedroom quite easily, just by putting a wall in there and dividing it again, because you then have two separate windows, and that bedroom would then have that door, and then this bedroom would just have the window. But it's got its own radiator, would work very well if you want to do that. Great double wardrobe in through there, and then just another angle of that bedroom there. And then this is probably bedroom 2 in classification. Again, great ceiling height there, really good size double. This is an external door again to the garden, and then bathroom with, ensuite bathroom should I say, with a bath, a shower, wash hand basin and toilet as well. So great to have that. So really down this section of the house, fantastic bathroom provision, having 2 ensuites, one family sort of shower room as it were, which services that other bedroom. Works very well with guests as well, sort of feeling of having a separate entity for your guests. And again, with separate door there, potential for rental income maybe for a lodger, if that was something you were keen to do. And then just another glimpse out there to that pond. Obviously, if you had like young children, that could be sort of safely secured with fencing, etc., if you needed to. So that is really the entirety of the inside of the house. So I will now wander you around the outside. So again, that pond with those doors from the garden. And apart from the rumble of the neighbouring machinery that's going on there, it is a very, very quiet location indeed. Very, very tranquil. So this is the main formal garden, probably, and then the rest we'll see as we wander around. It's obviously up to you how you would want to use that, but this is really your main formal garden. So there is a boundary fence beyond there, so that is not your land. That is a neighbour owning that land, but the rest, where the outward facing windows face onto, is your own. So really nice garden, great size, flat, very family friendly. You could put your football goal there, put a trampoline in there very nicely. Some lovely flower borders as well. There is a little, my clients have got this as well. There's a nice little outside seating area around there. And then through into, well, really it's a garage and craft area that my clients have built. Great space. So you can clearly see craft area for my client who's very much into his woodwork. There is a wood burning stove in the corner there that is fully operational. And then through into the garage. See, my clients have got a classic car in here. So space for 2 cars. If you had classic cars, great space to store them. Just an overflow from the car park if you wanted to keep your car secure, then absolutely no problems, or out of the weather, more to the point. Then you've got this great space here, power and light in here, loads and loads of power throughout this building. Could be a workshop as well. Could be a games room, depending on what you wanted really. Very versatile space. And then there is an upstairs, which I'll show you as well, which is pretty vast. Great as storage. Look at that. Great pitch. Amazing head height. Lovely big windows overlooking the land up there. And then I'll just quickly show you, my clients have actually put in a very useful shower, toilet, hand basin in through there. And then this is extra storage in through here. So depending on what you wanted, very versatile space. Could be a games room, could be again a teenage snug, that sort of thing. Or if you wanted to take it one step further, could even potentially be an annex. So I would have said you are very, very close to becoming an annex if you wanted that if you had that as a need. I think this would work superbly well with that, having a 2-storey self-contained separate annex away from the house, but obviously, as you can see, very, very close. So great for elderly relative, fantastic for possibly a 20-something still living at home. Provides that ability, that flexibility. So there is then a main gate here which separates then this land from the sort of main formal garden, grounds, etc. and house. So I will wander you up here. Lots to see around the land. So we'll come across this first. This is a lovely pole barn here, which is really serves the purpose of my client anyway as storage. You can see a small little tractor there, storage, wood storage. You can probably just about see part of wood there. Great for the wood burning stoves that they've got throughout the house. And then just general storage. Could be a tractor if you had that need, but it is covered, has got power, has got lights. Very, very useful indeed. So these are 4 stables, so they also have power and light as well, and they also could be used as a workshop or storage for garden equipment, or even potentially used for storage for, if you have a classic car or a classic motorbike, be very useful for that as well. It's dry and yeah, very versatile in its use. This is a nice little fenced off allotment that my clients have here. You can probably just about see some rhubarb growing in the distance there. Greenhouse, that will stay, and then you've got some raised beds there, and I think there's some raspberries there as well. So yeah, fenced off vegetable plots ready to go. And then I will just show you very, very quickly the boundary. So there's a boundary that goes up along here and along that tree line there, and you'll probably just about see in the far distance there a very smart looking hedge. That is the boundary for this land that comes with this property. So it's actually a very symmetrical land that you get with the house, and you could use it in different ways. Very versatile in what you could use for this. Perfect if you have dogs, they have freedom to roam, all very, very safe. You have stock fences throughout that you'll probably see in the footage, and again very safe for animals as well. So there is a spring fed pond here that then feeds this pond here, which unfortunately, due to the very hot weather we've had this summer, is the water level is very much down on what it normally is. But you can just about see the ducks there, some fantastic wildlife, these two incredible specimens of weeping willow as well. And then the pond flows down, which I'll show you from the other angle. So you can walk around the pond there. That is the boundary hedge for the 3 paddocks, which I'll show you in a second as well. So it's a lovely feature, nothing to do with that pond, but as I say, unfortunately, due to the nature of the hot summer we've had, the water level is substantially lower than my clients have told me that historically it normally is. So back down here there is you can just about see a fence there that fences off there as well, so you can have that separated off if you wanted to. And then I'll just wander you around here. So you've got some incredible gunnera plants around here, which are absolutely ginormous. I've never actually seen any as large as I have with this property. So this is the pond that runs down from the pond that I've just shown you with the ducks on. But as you can see, unfortunately, the summer has taken its toll and the water level is far lower than it should be. So here we have the 3 paddocks separated with that stock fence there. So very, very safe for animals here. You have a reindeer barn that is there in the background there. Now that is completely watertight, able to store able to have livestock living there essentially in that space. It's got power and light, and if you just wanted it for storage of agricultural equipment, including my clients had previously throughout the years, tractors in and out throughout the time that they've lived there. So it has that ability to house that machinery if you so wished to do so as well. But my clients have had reindeer in there once upon a time. They've currently got some sheep in there, or it could just be for simple storage. So if we wander up here, you can see there is a fence that separates that off from the main formal garden with the barn there. There is a water source here, so there's a tap that runs here, so if you wanted to have a trough, certainly do that. And then this is the fence that separates this top paddock here. So essentially this is the largest paddock, and then you have 1 and then 2 beyond there up to that hedgerow at the top there. Now, interesting enough, there is actually a piece of woodland that comes with this property as well, which you gain access in that corner, and then it actually sort of fronts onto the Brookhouse lane and runs all the way along there up until that point in that corner there. And it is all again fenced off So dog proof, great if you have dogs, you can take them up there, have a little wander. Great for children if they want to have a little roam. It's all very, very safe indeed because it's all enclosed. So yeah, nice little added extra. And then the driveway is the driveway along here, which I referenced at the beginning of the video, which is owned by my clients and the neighbouring property has right of access over. So looking back down, you then have, I mean, again, you know, you could, it's very, very versatile about what this land could be for. It could be a giant football pitch. It could be, you could leave it and you could go to hay and you could do that. You could keep animals on here. If that's not what you want to do, it's your land to do what you want. But if you had animals, if you had horses, ponies, sheep, as I say, my clients had reindeer. So it is made and built for that, with that provision of that reindeer barn as well. So yeah, if you wanted animals, you had a craving for doing that, just never found the right property with the right sort of space, then this could be yours. So just a quick word on Framfield itself. It is a small rural village in the Wealdon district of East Sussex. It is known for its historical significance, including its involvement in the ancient Wealdon iron industry and its 13th century parish church. The village boasts the popular Hare and Hounds pub, which is actually 1 minute drive away from this property, and you can actually access it from Brookhouse Lane directly, which is about a 10-minute walk from the house itself. Framfield Church of England Primary School is also within Framfield, and that is a 2-minute drive and a 15-minute walk from this property. There are also several pubs, restaurants, and main high street shops, and also food shops in the nearby town of Uckfield, including Waitrose and Tesco as well. You also have Uckfield Secondary School, which is an 8-mile drive from the property. So you have a town on your doorstep of Uckfield, you have a village of Framfield, walking distance of this property. So many amenities, wonderful history with this property, great flexibility in accommodation, wonderful tranquil positioning that is very hard to beat these days. Lack of road noise, lack of neighbour noise. A fantastic property. If this does look of interest, please do let me know. My name is Jonathan from the Agency UK, and I can be contacted on 07876 256 896. That's 07876 256 896. Thank you for watching.